Coming up on Mountain News this morning, one woman is dealing with nerve and muscle damage to her left arm after her house was struck by lightning. And the Kentucky Educational Development Corporation unveiled their new rolling lab.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. I'm Amelia Lee. Happy Thursday to you. It's August 21st and it is 5:32 this morning. It's still hot outside and Megan's going to tell us that as well. It's hot. It's foggy. Isn't that right, Megan?
Yeah, all the things that you expect this time of year. We're going to see those temperatures this morning in the upper 60s and low 70s. Here's what you can expect as you're heading out the door. Warmest temperatures this morning, 72 in Whitesburg and 73 in Harlan. Coolest temperatures, 67 as you travel towards Jackson and Irvin, 66 in Moorhead. This afternoon, though, we will be looking at the low to mid 80s. Not too bad of a day compared to what we've seen this week, but temperatures will be warming up as you're heading into your Friday and Saturday. Now, in terms of what we're seeing rain-wise, we're nice and clear this morning. We do have some scattered shower activity returning this afternoon, although we're looking at slight chances, which will clear out in the evening hours. And over the next couple of hours, we're really just going to be looking at a cloudy to partly cloudy day with temperatures hitting a high around that 4 o'clock time frame. And again, seeing those scattered chances for showers, especially in the early afternoon. Amelia.
2 people are dead after police in Buchanan County, Virginia say they found them inside a mine. Deputies with the sheriff's office responded to the incident shortly after midnight yesterday. This was in the Spruce Pine section of Buchanan County. Officials found the bodies of Jerry Chambers Jr. and Jerry's Orville Jenkins. Deputies say no foul play is suspected at this time. Police have arrested a man and charged him with murder after a deadly shooting in Huntington, West Virginia. Huntington police say that shooting happened Tuesday outside a home in the 500 block of 6th Avenue. 62-year-old Carson Scott Jeffers was charged with first-degree murder, resulting in the death of Michael Christian. This is not the first time Jeffers has been in trouble. He was convicted of murder in the death of Michael Shane Sharp back in 2007. A Jefferson County woman is dealing with nerve and muscle damage to her left arm after her house was struck by lightning during Tuesday night storms in that area. Shelby Miller says she was inside her home on Lips Lane preparing dinner for her family when the storms rolled through. She says she went to grab something from the microwave and was electrocuted. Now most of her appliances don't work, including that microwave.
I don't think many people know that it's not safe to touch your appliances in your home. You know, when you're in a thunderstorm, you think the shelter of your house is your safety, but it turns out that it can be just as damaging as being outside in a storm.
Miller says utility services and her landlord now need to inspect her home. She also has a growing list of medical appointments that she needs to go to, including a neurologist. A Knox County man is facing an attempted murder charge after police say he tried to run over them. It happened last week when Barberville police were conducting a checkpoint on a section of Kentucky 3439. Police say Kenny Fry led them on a chase, at times exceeding more than 100 miles per hour. They say they later found Fry after he left the vehicle and went over an embankment. Fry was accused of striking an officer before he was eventually taken into custody. In Breathitt County, a proclamation was signed by the judge executive declaring today Jaden Spencer Day. It says Jaden brought laughter, joy, and love to his family and friends, as well as those who were blessed to know him. Spicer's visitation will be at 10 o'clock today at the Breathitt Funeral Home. His funeral will be at 2 o'clock. Breathitt County schools will also be closed today. An important change is coming to the way people in Boyd County get emergency alerts. The county is switching its alert system. Victoria Ware spoke with the emergency management director, who says folks in that area will need to take action to stay connected.
When emergencies happen, every second matters. Boyd County is rolling out a new mass notification system through HyperReach.
This is one tool, but this is for us, a really good way that we can reach out and customize those messages directly to our public.
Emergency Management Director Tim England says HyperReach will replace the current system AlertSense starting August 30th. That means that if you're already signed up for alerts, you'll need to register again to continue getting notifications. Residents can sign up online, by phone call or text, and you can also choose how you'd like to be contacted, whether it's a phone call, text, email, browser notification, or even through Alexa smart speakers.
The reason that we push this so hard is that this is a way for us to better to reach all of our public, whether it is a true emergency, whether it's a natural disaster, or if it's, even something as a boil water advisory, any type of community alert that we need to send out. If they register, then they're going to be able to receive those.
Officials say the goal is to keep you informed about anything that could impact your health, safety, or property, from severe weather to road closures to public safety emergencies. Victoria Ware, WSAZ, Boyd County.
England says even if you're already enrolled in the current system, you'll need to sign up again for the new one. Igniting minds and inspiring innovation is something the Kentucky Educational Development Corporation is excited to bring to school districts all throughout the state. Yesterday morning, they unveiled their new rolling lab that'll offer students a look into artificial intelligence in interactive ways. KEDC staff says for a year now, they've been traveling throughout the United States to get ideas for the mobile lab. They say this one is one of a kind.
We talked to companies that did work for Disney World, for Universal, so we really vetted this process. We already know that there are job positions that aren't even created yet. So there's going to be so many opportunities for our young people to grasp this and run with it.
The RV's first stop will be this Friday in Rockcastle County, and from there, 8 more schools will get to experience this for the first year of their pilot program. A Kentucky hospital has become the first hospital in the world to begin in-human trials of new 4D mammography technology. The new tech was implemented at Baptist Health Hardin in Hardin County. It comes from Caldeer Inc. It's a clinical system for X-ray imaging that reads molecular level of fingerprints and tissue, offering information not available using current tech. If approved worldwide, the new tech could save lives by detecting breast cancer earlier.
So I think the biggest advantage that 4D mammography will have over 3D mammography is the articulation of the actual lesions and the interpretation of those lesions through imaging solely to be able to render a diagnosis of cancer, which then allows the bypassing of the painful biopsy procedure.
And it is important to note the new tech has not yet been approved by the FDA. Well, the U.S. Department of Interior's database for known abandoned mine land has more than 2,800 entries for the state of Kentucky. The Ohio River Valley Institute estimates more than 400,000 people live within a mile of that abandoned mine land. Forester Cliff Drua is working to reforest abandoned mine sites. The initiative started back in 2004 and has planted roughly 350 million trees on abandoned Appalachian mines. Cliff says restoring the abandoned surface mines to native natural forests is a no-brainer.
If you live downstream from a mine site and every time it rains your creek muddies up, then if you plant trees on it, that stops. We're building a new soil layer. We're putting out clean water and we're putting out clean air. And you and I both like to breathe clean air and drink clean water.
The initiative hopes to plant trees on about 500,000 more acres of abandoned mine sites. Hazard Independent is now a Heart Safe school district. The schools have a Project Adam Heart Safe school designation. Project Adam is a program dedicated to preventing sudden cardiac arrest. Hazard Independent school nurse Brittany Ngato says the schools have emergency response teams that have certifications and are procedure trained.
We have our cardiac emergency response teams. They're CPR certified, so they know how to properly administer CPR in the event that that was to be needed.
The program is in memory of Adam Lemmel, a 17-year-old boy from Wisconsin who collapsed while playing basketball at school and died of sudden cardiac arrest. The programming is implemented in schools throughout the country and improves the cardiac chain of survival. A new Ukrainian private Christian school launched yesterday in central Kentucky. Hope Christian Academy is in Lexington. There are an estimated 5,000 people of Ukrainian descent living in that Nicholasville area, and the population is growing. One woman who has a son in kindergarten says her parents left Ukraine at an early age because under Soviet rule, they couldn't practice their religion openly.
They had the opportunity to come to America to celebrate the freedom of religion and also to have a better life.
The school has a few goals for its future: make it affordable for the public, have their own building as they're currently renting space, and have high school classes. A Letcher County woman honored earlier this year at the East Kentucky Leadership Award ceremony has died. Quintessa Peak died Friday at UK Hospital. She was from Neon and was dedicated to helping others through several roles. Peak was diagnosed with sickle cell anemia before her first birthday and was once told she might not even see adulthood. Reacting to winning the Carolyn Sunday Award in April, she told us she didn't necessarily consider herself a leader.
Sometimes I feel my impact is smaller, so maybe I wouldn't be considered a leader, but definitely someone who has strong ties to a community, which is most people still living here, and just a passion for wanting to help others and try to make a difference, a positive difference in people's lives.
Visitation for Peak will be Saturday at 11 at the new Freedom Worship Center. The funeral will follow at 1. Quintessa Peak was 44 years old. It's 5:43. The 18 new castaways competing on the 49th edition of the Emmy Award-winning series Survivor were just announced. That and more in today's ION Entertainment.
And we're looking at cooler temperatures for your Thursday.
Join us